Hi everyone, Allison here from the Craigleith Heritage Depot and the Blue Mountains Public Library, and we are here for another installment of Museum Show and Tell. And I have a question for you. What do The Parent Trap, Maple Leaf Foods, the Art Gallery of Ontario, the Modern Picture Book, and the Hills of the Blue Mountains have in common? And the answer is world famous illustrator Walter Trier. And that's who we will be focused on today, learning about his life and work and looking at some artifacts from the museum collection. So Trier was born in Prague in 1890, and he was trained as an artist, and he moved to Berlin at age 20, where he made illustrations for satirical journals. While in Germany, Trier met Erich Kästner, and over the next 2 decades, they created delightful children's novels like Emil and the Detectives, Lottie and Lisa, which is also known as The Parent Trap, The Flying Classroom, and The Animals Conference, among many other wonderful books. Trier, who was Jewish and known for his political satirical drawings, would have been a target in Germany. And so in 1936, Trier and his family moved to Britain, where he was commissioned to create anti-fascist propaganda for the British government. And while there, Trier became the main cover illustrator for a new monthly magazine called Lilliput. And we have a couple of magazines in the museum collection here. Trier designed over 150 covers for Lilliput, and each one featured a couple with their Scottish Terrier dog in different and always silly situations. And the story goes that Trier's wife actually acted as the model for his amusing characters. In 1947, Walter and Helen Trier moved to Canada to be closer to their daughter, and Trier began working in Toronto as a commercial artist. He created colorful and whimsical illustrations and advertisements for businesses such as Canada Packers Limited, including this ink blotter for their Maple Leaf branch of foods. And by 1949, the Triers moved to a chalet and studio at the base of Blue Mountain Ski Resort near Craigleith, Ontario, Canada, and Walter quickly became part of the community there. Those who skied at Blue Mountain in the 50s might recall seeing Trier's animal paintings hanging in the walls of the ski barn, or may remember a Blue Mountain Ski Guide cover from 1950. And Trier was known as a kind and imaginative man. I want to read an excerpt from an in memoriam article that was published in Canadian Art after his passing, which was in 1951, and it describes the kind of person that he is. Walter Trier may well become known to history as the chaplain of our art world. The characters he drew, like himself, were always charming and whimsical, and like Chaplin, they were sometimes sad, sometimes satirical, yet whatever Trier was, he was always kind. After 12 years spent in England, where the Triers became British subjects, they moved in 1947 to Canada to be near their daughter. To this happy chance, we owe the presence in Canada of some of Trier's best advertising drawings. He brought a fresh and delightful note to his work, which he did for Canada Packers. Last Christmas, we had Trier Christmas cards. Yet while endearing himself to his new Canadian audience, Trier, from his studio beside the Collingwood ski runs, continued to send his art to his older and faithful clients in England and elsewhere in Europe. And the article also mentions that Trier always carried a red ball in his pocket in case we meet children. So Walter Trier is remembered in many ways today. We have a commemorative stamp here that was created for German circulation in 1999, and it shows an illustration of Trier's from Emil and the Detectives, obviously a much loved book. The Art Gallery of Ontario has also named a gallery after Trier, where the artist's drawings, watercolors, paintings, and sculptures can be found on display, in addition to other works of satire on paper from the AGO collection. If you'd like to learn more about Walter Trier, I encourage you to visit the BiblioBoard online exhibit. The link is in the description, where you can see 2 of his painted doors from his former Blue Mountain chalet. And you may also share pictures or memories of all things Trier with us through an online submission form and help add to that growing exhibit online. And that link is also in the description. So join me next Friday at 1 p.m. for a talk and sketch where we will be drawing animals like Trier, such as ones that can be found in the Animals Conference. And I'll give you just a little sneak peek at the kinds of animals we might be drawing. So I look forward to seeing you then, and thanks for joining me today. Take care, everyone. Bye.